Hello friends, in previous video we already gone through the two equations. First one is our Newton's second law of motion and second one is impulse momentum equation which is derived from Newton's second law of motion. In previous video we learned impulse momentum equation for finite period of time. In this video we will discuss the impulse momentum equation for not a finite period of time. Steady flow of fluid involves a motion which is continuous and it is not completed in a finite period of time. Therefore, the momentum equation has to be expressed in a form particularly suited to the solution of fluid flow problems as explained below. This figure shows the change of momentum of fluid mass in a flow passage. It contains a stream tube and fluid is flowing from left to right. This is our flow direction from left to right. Consider a free body of fluid mass included between section 1-1 and section 2-2 within a certain flow passage as shown in figure. A fluid mass of body 1-1 and 2-2 at a time dt and it moves to the new position 1-1 dash and 2-2 dash at a time t plus dt. Section 1-1 dash and 2-2 dash. This is our section 1-1 dash and 2-2 dash. These are curved because the velocities of flow at these two sections are non-uniform. Here section 1-1 dash and 2-2, this is our shaded portion. Keep remember this is our shaded portion. For this steady flow there is no change in a momentum during time dt for the fluid mass between 1-1 dash and 2-2 dash. For steady flow of following continuity equation, fluid mass within a section 1-1 and 1-1 dash and fluid mass within a section 2-2 and 2-2 dash are equal. Further, for an arbitrary direction x, the change in the momentum of this mass of fluid during a time dt it is considered, which may be represented as follows. Change in the momentum of fluid mass during time dt in any arbitrary direction x, which is equal to the momentum at time t plus dt of fluid 1-1 dash and 2-2 dash minus momentum at time t of fluid 1-1 and 2-2. But we have momentum at time t plus dt of fluid 1-1 dash and 2-2 dash, which is equal to momentum at time t plus dt of fluid 1-1 dash and 2-2 plus momentum at t plus dt of fluid 2-2 and 2-2 dash. And also we have momentum at time t of fluid 1-1 and 2-2, which is equal to momentum at time t of fluid 1-1 and 1-1 dash plus momentum at time t of fluid 1-1 dash and 2-2. Moreover, when the flow is steady and the state of the flowing fluid in the flow passage within the section 1-1 dash and 2-2, this is our shaded portion. It remains unchanged at all times. Therefore, the momentum at time t plus dt of fluid 1-1 dash and 2-2, which is equal to momentum at time of fluid 1-1 dash and 2-2, from which it follows that change in the momentum of fluid mass during time dt, which is equal to momentum at time t plus dt of fluid 2-2 and 2-2 dash minus momentum at time t of fluid 1-1 and 1-1 dash. This relationship when expressed in terms of mathematical symbols, it becomes summation of derivative of m into Vx, which is equal to, in this a2 and a1, which is represented in white color. It is just for information that these terms are for area 2 and these terms are for area 1. Therefore, that is a2 and a1, which is not included in a formula, which is equal to integration of rho 2 into V2 into dt into dA2 into V2 suffix x minus integration of rho 1 into V1 into dt into dA1 into V1 suffix x. But we have a Newton's second law of motion. Therefore, summation of fx, which is equal to summation of derivative of m into vx with respect to dt, which is equal to, again I want to told you here a2 and a1, just for the information they told that the next terms are for area 2 and area 1 respectively. Therefore, integration of rho 2 into V2 into dt into dA2 into V2 cos theta 2 suffix x minus integration of rho 1 into V1 into dt into dA1 into V1 cos theta 1 suffix x. This is our third equation. Thus, if V1 and V2 are the mean velocities at section 11 and 22 respectively, then the impulse momentum equation may be written as summation of fx is equal to rho 2 into a2 into cos theta 2 into v2 square minus rho 1 into a1 into cos theta 1 into v1 square. This is our fourth equation. Thank you.